Hi, I'm here with Chris from Modiphius, who are the publishers of Achtung Cthulhu, which sounds awesome. Tell us a little about Achtung Cthulhu.
Well, Achtung Cthulhu is basically World War II with tentacles, which says it all. We've taken the whole amazing period from the late 30s, kind of Indiana Jones, messing with, the sort of early Nazis, all the way through to the end of the war. It's, of course, classic investigation, as well as battlefield action, fighting giant tentacle monstrosities. And we've started with a campaign by Sarah Newton, who worked with me on Legends of Anglaire. And fantastic novel Mindjammer, and the kind of transhuman Mindjammer role-playing game. And her campaign 0 Point, we've got 2 episodes out so far, in print and PDF. And that has started in 1939 in occupied Czechoslovakia.
What's the scope of that? How many episodes are you intending?
At the moment, I think there's 8 episodes, which will have one big, compilation book at the end of it. But you can buy each standalone episode, which has got all the rules you need, all the characters, all the map, everything. It's a standalone adventure you can just slot into your own campaign.
So what kind of system does it run under?
It's using Call of Cthulhu. It's using Savage Worlds, because not everyone likes Call of Cthulhu, not everyone likes Savage Worlds. Call of Cthulhu is obviously darker, more dangerous, got to be careful of those machine gun bullets. And Savage Worlds obviously a bit more pulpy, you can use the miniatures, a bit more heroic. We're also doing a trailer Cthulhu version for the more investigative missions. And the classic, really cool indie system called PDQ, which I love as well.
Oh, I'm not familiar with PDQ.
It was used for the Sorcerer of Zoe, fantastic kind of Wizard of Oz.
Tough one to say.
Yeah, it is, yeah. After a few beers, you've got to be careful. And so it's a real indie storytelling system. It's very simple, and that's got all the rules in the book. So it's a standalone book. So we've really tried to make it as appealing for the most range of gamers, because we all like different systems. So.
It sounds like it, and that's a broad range of systems to cover. And
that's right. And once you've done the work, it's actually not that hard to do the conversions. And we've got 3 whole campaigns coming out. So we've got 0 Point by Sarah Newton. We've got Shadows of Atlantis, which is basically the Nazi pursuit of ancient Atlantis and the technology.
Oh, fantastic.
There's obviously a dark mythos. Secret
as if there wouldn't be,
Yeah, and then what I'm really looking forward to is we're returning to H.P. Lovecraft's Antarctica with Assault on the Mountains of Madness, which is going to be a big box set where we're totally going to explore the whole continent and these Nazi-infested ruins.
Oh, fantastic! So, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, and so we've got a lot coming out, and of course, everyone needs a foundation. So you might not really be into adventures. I mean, I often create my own, and so we've got the core source books that are coming out. Which we're launching on Kickstarter.
So in a Kickstarter project, fantastic.
Well, the great thing with Kickstarter, it lets you do a bigger, better quality book. I mean, the goal is to do a beautiful colour hardback book, and to do hardback colour books, you've got to do big numbers. So we're hoping that the Kickstarter will help us get to that stage.
Have you had a good buy-in from the fans there?
We've had loads of people. We've been asking everyone, what do you want to see as the rewards? What do you want to see as the stretch goals? So we're building up a really good list of what people really want, rather than what we think they want.
So is the Kickstarter project still open at the moment?
It's not started yet. It's starting in about 2 weeks' time.
Okay.
And it's going to be for the Investigator's Guide to the Secret Wars, which is basically the player's handbook for Call of Cthulhu and Savage Worlds, to give you all the information you need to know as a player, as an investigator within the world of the 1940s.
That's it. Well, I think with those, it's about the content and the setting, exactly. More so to me than the rules and the crunchy bits. I think
it's much more about the backgrounds, the different. There's all kinds of different characters, new professions and backgrounds, lots of equipment, and then we're going to be bringing out the Keeper's Guide next, which is of course all the dark secrets of the Black Sun, of the Nazis, of the Allies, what was going on behind the scenes on both sides of the war.
Normally these things tend to focus on the sort of Nazi occult fixation.
Exactly. Well, of course there is a lot, but we've also got another group called Nacht Wolfen, or the Night Wolves, and the Night Wolves are competing with Black Sun. They're obsessed with ancient technology. And what's very well known is the Nazis were working on some incredible mad war machines, and we're not doing walkers. They're building these massive tanks, a bit like Steve Jackson's Ogre. They are building some amazing machines deep underground.
Well, it gives you some scope, some amazing sort of set pieces and excitement.
I mean, there's going to be this enormous underground base that's been created. Fantastic maps, beautiful storyline. There's a whole rivalry inside the Nazi war machine between these two big organisations. Tons of conspiracy. So
what have you done for the artwork?
We've got a guy called Dim Martin, who's if you've seen the Achtung Cthulhu releases so far, classic dark twisted pulp style covers, and he's doing all the illustrations inside and all the main covers. But the Investigator's Guide, we've got a cover by a chap called Pintuero, who is a famous Spanish artist, does really great kind of Fortis style pin-up art, and he's done this fantastic Investigator's Guide cover, which includes a lot of the sort of paraphernalia of Achtung Cthulhu on this sort of tabletop.
Fantastic. Wait, how's Dragonmeet been for you guys?
Dragonmeet has been great. We sold out virtually all our copies. The first print run of the Achtung Cthulhu.
That's always a pleasing thing.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Made a lot of new friends. We've been testing out Monstrosities at Trelleborg, which is our next big release by a writer called John Houlihan today. We've had a whole stream of people doing just 1 hour intense sessions playing a few of the action scenes. So
that sounds exciting. Really good.
Yeah.
So, is your work available electronically as well?
Yeah, you can buy Achtung Cthulhu on PDF at RPG Now, and also at Modiphius.com.
Okay. Modiphius.com. It's on the T-shirt. If you're having, I had trouble pronouncing it slightly, but there we go. All right, it's been very nice to talk to you. Have you got anything else to add at all? Or?
Well, we've got a lot of other projects coming out. There's a free comic you can download called Forest of Fear from RPG Now and our website. If you've ever wanted to take really cool pictures of your toy soldiers, that's what we did. And we've written a Achtung Cthulhu storyline around this amazing 28mm miniatures. A friend of mine's an amazing photographer. So that is growing into this sort of free webcomic series that is just, it's beautiful terrain.
Milliput tentacles added on, I hope?
Funnily enough, yes, there's some stuff like that. But it's really cool stuff. We're drawing on some of the great manufacturers out there like Artisan and Westwind and all those people who've done some great sort of Weird War miniatures as well. So it's really cool.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us today,
Pleasure.
Chris.
Thanks a lot.
Nice to meet you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. Thanks.